Hello everybody. Today's plant is Ceraria namaquensis. Ceraria namaquensis. Named after Namaqualand, a really cool area in South Africa where lots of neat succulents come from. This plant's kind of special. It is one of my very first plants I ever purchased with my own money when I was a kid. Way back in 1999, I just graduated high school, and I remember ordering this plant and a couple others that you've seen. I think it's the Palissiflora stabiliformis and some of the other small cacti from them at the same time. C&J Cactus Nursery. They're in Ione. They probably don't exist anymore. But anyways, old plant. When I got this plant, it was only about that big. 2 or 3 inches. So that when I got the plant, it was probably from where you see my hand upwards. Not very big, just one rooted cutting. So it's a very slow growing plant, but very neat plant. Look at these leaves. Well, first of all, it's blooming. So let's see if you could focus into the flower. So this plant, Ceraria, this is in the Portulacaceae. This is related to Portulaca, which is a blooming annual plant. This is related to some other succulents in that family, but really interesting flowers. Very small. And very interesting leaves. Here's the leaves on the new growth. And then here's the leaves on the old growth. They're a little different. Let me see if I can focus. There you go. The leaves on the old growth, they're like in a fascicle. There's 2 or 3 leaves per cluster. Whereas in the new growth, let's see if I can zoom in here. You can see there it is. You can see there's just one leaf, but in the old growth, the nodes have multiple leaves. Really nice plant. So this plant is, again, from South Africa, from Namaqualand, a very dry area, kind of on the border of a winter rainfall zone. Does really good in Southern California. That's where I'm at. This plant has lived outside in Southern California, various places, Orange County, but always in Southern California, Corona, and even in the high desert. It's always been outside, getting full sun in the summer. And in the winter, I have only brought it in on very, very few occasions when there's been actual frost, heavy frost. And I've forgotten a couple times, and it's survived 28 degrees without any problems. It lost its foliage, but the stems came back. The only time it really had a hard time was when I forgot to water it. So being that it's a bonsai in a small pot, right here, the plant is a lot bigger than the pot. This one gets water about once a week. And if it's super hot, twice a week. I do water this one year round unless it rains, because I do find it likes that. But other than that, it needs that full sun. I had this plant in shade one time, and it did not like it. So it does like the full sun. I do keep the base. The roots are really cool. I do keep the base of the pot. Let me see if I can get in a better angle for you. I do keep the base of the pot in shade, which kind of keeps the roots cool, but the rest of the plant is in full sun. And again, I water this one year-round about once a week, unless, of course, I get rain. And again, I'm in Southern California, so the weather here is Mediterranean. It seems to do fine with our cool winters and hot summers, as long as it doesn't get much below 30, I would imagine. 30 degrees is about as cold as this one's had. And at that temperature, it did lose all its leaves, but no stem damage. I wouldn't go much lower than that. Really nice plant, hard to find. This plant I have propagated from cuttings, and I imagine that this older plant itself was propagated by a cutting. But yeah, I've done tip cuttings where I would take a branch. So you see this little branch here. I would take a tip cutting about 3 inches or so big. Or when I'm pruning this plant, and let's say I find a branch that's crossing, where let's say two branches might cross and rub and I have to get rid of one. For example, this piece here would make a fantastic cutting. I have not tried it from seed. Easy plant, regular plant, cactus and succulent fluid. Honestly, I just fertilize them with regular organic 555, or sometimes if they need, I might switch to a bloom food, but just every time I water, I dilute that and they do really good. Ceraria namaquensis, excuse me. Not often found, kind of a cool plant. Natural little bonsai. I like it. Again, one of my favorite plants, one of my oldest plants. I will always take her with me. Ceraria namaquensis. Thanks, guys. Bye.